If you have big writing goals and you are ready to take them seriously, you have so much to look forward to in 2026. There are so many opportunities for people who want to self-publish. There are so many new opportunities in the shifting market for people who want to publish traditionally. So if you are working on your first book, 2026 can be a great year for you. This is exactly the kind of thing we talk about in this channel every single Friday. So if you want updates, be sure and subscribe. But today, I really want to get into my favorite New Year's goal practice that makes it 10 times more likely that you will be able to achieve your writing goals and really make more momentum faster through the years as your writing career just gets bigger and better. So let's get into that today. All you need is one single piece of paper, a pen, and 10 minutes. So let's take a look at what this is. You take the piece of paper, nothing up my sleeve, ordinary piece of notebook paper, but it is magical. It will change the world for you. So we fold this once, we fold this twice, we fold this 3 times, then we unfold it. It's miraculous already. And so then we've got 8 squares, and you can just draw the lines between the squares, but it keeps everything nice and organized. So on the top half of the sheet, I want you to put the title 6 months ago, 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So that's the top half of the exercise. Now take 5 minutes to try to think, what were you doing 6 months ago? Where were you at with your goals? What were you focused on? What was important to you at that moment? Then look 1 year ago. If you're watching this on New Year's, that means 1 year ago, last New Year's, what did you want to do with your life? Where were you at? What were you focused on? What kind of progress were you making? You don't have to overthink this. Just write down a few details to really bring the larger scope and the big picture top of mind. Then, 5 years ago, who were you 5 years ago? How much have you accomplished in the last 5 years? This is where we really get, change is made. We really get perspective on what's been going on with us. And then, of course, 10 years ago, double it. What were you doing? What were you thinking about? What was important to you 10 years ago? How much progress have you made since then? How has your life changed since then? So this is pretty magical right here. And it's based on one of my favorite quotes that we hear a lot from, attributed to different people, but it goes, we overestimate what we can do in a year, but we underestimate what we can do in a decade. So then right here on one little piece of paper, you got a whole decade of living summarized for you in just quick little sentences. Now we're going to go to the New Year's goal part. And here I would love for you to start 10 years out. Why? Because 10 years gives you a huge canvas to dream, and it allows you to think about the life that you want, and it allows you to really prioritize what you want to do and what you want to get done and where you want to go. If you have 10 years to think about, what would you like? Put it in box number 5 of our folded piece of paper. And the great thing about this is our life starts to get boring and difficult if we just try to make it through the day. When we can think 10 years out, everything gets more exciting. It gets more interesting. So now take that, split it in half. 5 years from now, what would you like to have done? What would feel great to have achieved in 5 years? It's easier when you look at where you were 5 years ago and you can think about that. It puts everything in perspective. So 5 years from now, what would you have like to have achieved? And what do you really want out of life over the next 5 years? Also, think of it as the midpoint between now and your 10-year goal. Bringing it in by half, where do you need your focus to go? Then we get into our ordinary goals. And it's so fun for me. This is the one I did last year, for New Year's 2025. And I did these. And so it's just really fun because I had them in perspective and they worked. So here we're going to go 1 year from now. What do you want to get done? And then cut that in half 6 months from now. Over the next 6 months, where will you need to focus? What do you think you can get done in half of that time? So you have a little midpoint mark. So I love this exercise on my little folded sheet of paper. Do it every year. It is so helpful because it prioritizes what you really want and it gives you a strategic plan to be able to do that. And it really doesn't take a lot of time. You can do it fast. So, on this channel, every single Friday, I give you a boost to keep you going with your writing goals. And I also include a free gift. So, right below, I have the calendar pages for writers. It has prompts and kind of monthly charts. So, you can really set a goal on a monthly basis, which makes it so much easier to achieve these New Year's goals. So, it's really fun. They're reflective prompts that I've used. They help you get motivated, get going, and really make a plan, a workable plan for those of us who have lives outside of writing, so we can actually achieve the things we want to achieve this year. And if you want even a little more help, I got this right here. This is the Rapid Novel Blueprint. So this is a book that I wrote with my good friend Miranda Reichs, who has a wonderful career writing thrillers. You can look her up on Amazon as well. But the Rapid Novel Blueprint gives you a structure for writing. It gives you tips for being able to be more productive and actually finish the book. It also looks at what makes books sell, what makes a really compelling book. And so it helps you every step along the way. So I am here giving you everything you need to be able to get to your book done and make it really good. So thank you so much for listening to this channel, and I will see you next Friday. Bye.